and
Weirdos.
Freestyle these nuts. Here we are. Episode 6.
Wait, where's your mic stand?
I don't have one. I thought you said you wanted one, so I got you one, and you can kind of.
No, you had one.
No, it has an arm, and it doesn't have the clip for the actual thing on it, so it's kind of useless.
Well, I don't really have the table space for it, so
All right, well,
we'll make
I guess,
it work.
you know,
At some point, we'll
free
figure it
ball
out.
it.
We'll figure it out.
Today's a big
Yeah,
day.
it's way too fucking close to your fucking mouth. Okay, that's why.
No,
it's too
I think
loud.
it's great.
No, it's not great because then you're gonna laugh and you're gonna be like, "Cause I'm so funny," and then you're gonna be like, "Oh shit, and then we're gonna let's do it on a
Did you
podcast.
see that though?
It's not about what you can see; it's about what you can feel.
You can feel. No, I'm not
Anyway,
going
no.
to say that.
So yeah, today big UFC 266 return of Nick Diaz, the Nick Diaz Army.
Return of the Diaz Army.
I don't know if that's gonna be. We're gonna have to cut that out in post or something because that's not sexy.
It's kind of what it is, you know. But yeah.
Anyway, let's jump right into it. So everyone's saying that
Jump
Nick
it.
shouldn't fight. A lot of people on the internet, okay, that don't know Nick Diaz. This is his first time fighting on ESPN. You know, first time being in the major spotlight. I think that people need to shut the fuck up. Nick Diaz is ready to go. He looks like he's like suicidal, like he doesn't want to like think about the fight or be stressed out about it. But that's like his whole MO, and it's gonna be great. The more distraught he looks, the more of an ass whipping he's willing to take or give out. So I think it's dope.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't really understand why people see him right now and be like, "Oh yeah, he's nervous or he's scared, or whatever." I mean, he's always fucking ready. You know what I'm saying? Like every time he goes in there, he's ready to go to war.
The story should be about Robbie Lawler and how he didn't punk out and say, no, fuck that. Like, we said 170, that's what I cut for. I don't know if you watched the interview, but he said, like, basically a month before he lost 15 pounds. Yeah, it's you need a ball opener. Yeah. And
I was confused.
Yeah, so Robbie Lawler just took I think he revealed they told him a week out that the weight was going to change, and he just rolled with it, didn't have any problems. He said, yeah, I'm actually flying to Vegas now. I'll talk to you when I get off the plane. Talk to Dana White. That was it. Like he said, yeah, cool.
Wow.
But knowing Dana White, he usually gives fighters money on the side and under the table because
Dana at least tries to take care of certain people that have definitely helped build the sport.
The only people that are actually asking for more money are people that are trying to play some type of game or trying to see if they can game the system. But Dana White gives money out to people, and they don't talk about it, but it's come out a few times. Like Dana White has taken care of someone who didn't get a fight bonus.
Yeah.
Or didn't get a win, but felt like they should have because the judges. He'll go and he'll cut him a check for however much. I don't know. But
Yeah, I've heard a few things about that, but I mean, yeah, that makes sense. You know, especially if you're helping people out that are definitely going to be the people that are making you your big checks and shit. You know, because those are people you got to take care of. Because if you don't, there's other ways they can get. I guess fighting and stuff. Nick Diaz left and fought in the Strikeforce, became welterweight champ over there. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, if they get tired of the bullshit, I mean, they can go somewhere else.
Yeah, but that's the tricky part. Like, I feel like so the UFC is the first MMA brand to make it to ESPN, right?
Yeah.
So that the amount of doing that took, like, their first thing was almost like, when a basketball player signs a 10-day? Their first ESPN contract, that's what that was. It was a 10-day. And they did so good that they were like, yo, we're just going to go ahead.
What was the first? I kind of remember about it. What was the first,
I think it was 12 shows. The first fight on ESPN, I think, was Conor McGregor versus Don Cerrone. I believe. Yeah, I believe.
That's crazy. Yeah, not very long fight at all.
Yeah, that was the first card anyway. That was the first main event.
Yeah. The
first fight, I don't know. But then also the UFC made it on ABC. There hasn't been a fight broadcast on ABC in over probably, 40, 50 years? Like, that shit's... I don't know. The thing about going somewhere else is that, yeah, maybe you can get paid, but it's going to be short term because, a lot of UFC fighters go over to Bellator.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they make money, but they're usually not there forever. UFC, you'll be there for the bulk of your career if you can. You're not going to go choose Bellator over UFC. Like,
it's not about, I guess, like choosing one over the other, but it's like, I feel like if you're really not being treated well, like if Danny's not treating someone how they should be treated, that could probably, that can definitely cause somebody to go somewhere else. But yeah, UFC is definitely it's number one for a reason. Sound like you popped a bottle of champagne.
That hurt. That actually hurt. I've never had one pop like that. It must have been. I don't know.
Maybe the paper wasn't like ripped enough or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that was.
Modelo has to be fancy with their goddamn paper. This podcast is sponsored by Modelo.
Yeah,
really.
Sponsored by Modelo. We got 18 of them just sitting there, and there may be 14 left by the end of the night. We're gonna go pretty hard.
14. No, there's gonna be 4 left by the end of the night.
I'd say a good maybe 8.
Just none. It's gonna be none. It's gonna be none. We're just gonna knock them all down, show no remorse, get done with that. But yeah, man, tonight there's also 2 title fights. 2 people who could possibly lose their belts, but I think
neither one of them are going to lose their belt. I can't see Volkanowski lose. I can't see my future wife Valentina Shevchenko losing either. I can't see her losing. And I absolutely love Lauren Murphy because she's dope. She's just like she's super super real. She says all the right things. She does. She's not like a bitch about it. Like she doesn't go out and try to be a nag or annoying. She's just gonna tell you what the fuck she is. You know what I'm saying?
She's definitely humble. She just kind of says what the fuck she feels. She's not too cocky, but she's definitely confident in herself and her abilities. And she got arms like Floyd Mayweather, so that don't hurt.
How much would if you had an unlimited amount of money to bet on? But here's the thing: if you lose the bet, not only do you lose that, but you have to pay it again. Okay, just keep that in mind. How much would you bet on Valentina Shevchenko to win?
Oh my God! I mean, yeah, because that's pretty much what it is. I mean, it's like it's a negative 1250 right now as it stands. So if you were to lose that bet, you would definitely have to pay back more than what you fucking put down for sure.
No, I'm saying but in my scenario, we're not even looking at the odds. It's just you have to bet say $5,000. Say that you lose, well, you got to pay another $5 on top of that. And if you win, you get that plus whatever.
For Valentina, if no odds, whatever, just talk about it. I mean, yeah, a limited amount of money. I mean, that you could put a ridiculous number on that. But I guess to be safe, if I were...
But it's not that you have... Here's the intricacy of it. It's not that you have an unlimited amount of money. No, not that you have unlimited. You have unlimited to bet, and you got to cover that spread with your own money if you lose. That's the interesting part.
I'm confident. I'd say $2,000. I'm confident with that. I think she'd win that.
Yeah, but if she lost, you...
I mean, that's $4,000. And guess what? They're not going to murder me or anything.
No, they'll probably use you as a sex slave.
What? It's like making this weird staticky noise, and it's like fucking up. I don't know. Okay, it's gone now. Oh, I don't know what it is. Yeah, it's like when it's turned like that, it's fine. So keep it. Oh shit! It's just fucking. God damn it! What is it? This is the story. Maybe just kind of keep it. I don't know. No, it's just fucking being weird. It's just being shitty as fuck for no reason. Okay, I don't really know what it is.
That's very odd.
Yeah, but it seems to be gone now. All right,
cool. Well, anyway, I mean, I bet more than $2,000 on Valentina, but anyway. And so the main event, Alexander Volkanowski versus Brian Ortega. I just feel like it's such an unknown whether Brian's coming over here to lose or if he's coming to win. Because some fighters, they will just take the shine and they'll take the opportunity knowing they're going to the slaughter because they know that their next opportunity is probably going to be not far off from that one. So same money, good placement on the card, good eyes, build your brand. Yeah. So I feel like that's part of what Brian Ortega is doing if he's coming in to get beat up. I guess that's the reason. But I don't know because he fought Korean Zombie last fight, and honestly, Korean Zombie didn't look like he had all his brain cells functioning that day. Like he literally was trying to get punched.
He's a fighter for sure. I mean, if at the least he'll give him a good fight. It won't be easy, but
I think Volkanovski absolutely torches Ortega because you saw what but you saw what I don't know if you watched it yet, but Max made Brian Ortega's face look like he worked at a deli and he was the fucking meat. Okay.
Yeah. But how many times did Volk fight Holloway? Just that once?
Twice.
Beat him twice. Won twice.
Yeah, but I feel like Max won both of those. It was a decision type of thing.
I saw one of those fights. I didn't see both of them.
No, I think the whole thing is that no one has ever, besides Dustin Poirier and Conor McGregor, no one has ever made Max Holloway look like that. Look to where like he couldn't do what he wanted to do when he wanted to do it. And he did that. He's done that against everybody else. He fought Calvin Kattar after that.
Because right now he's in his prime.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and that's the thing. Right the prime is extending. Like, you've seen, like, Yoel Romero. That dude's, 44? Anderson Silva's 46.
People are getting better. I mean,
like
shit's getting better.
Yeah, they're learning how to take care of their bodies for sure.
I mean, also these older dudes. So like Anderson Silva had that fight against Diaz overturned because he was using PEDs. Yeah. But it's like that's just one guy that got caught. So you can only imagine how many of these dudes are profiting and doing well in their age because of PEDs that just haven't been caught yet. So it's like it could be the care and the understanding and the treatment is getting better, or the drugs are.
I think it's both because like you look at Tom Brady, you wouldn't say that Tom Brady, right, in his old age is probably using PED or ever has because his physique is not spectacular. Yeah, he doesn't have great attributes, but
he's gotten a little faster. But that's about it.
But at the same time, though, man, he's got some zip on that ball that seemed to be fading in New England for a long time. It seemed like it was fading. The deep ball wasn't as accurate. The deep ball wasn't as much of a threat. Like you knew he was going to dink and dunk, but you didn't know how. It seemed like a lot of long balls got taken out of the script the last few years in New England. It just seems from watching it, and mostly just watching playoff games, mostly in their entirety. I don't really watch regular season, but it seems like Tom was on a decline until he got to Florida. And in the NFL and NBA, all these sports, designer drugs are real. So it's 50-50.
For sure.
And I don't think Nick's on PEDs. I think that Nick's just got like a heavy bottom of his face because, I don't know, he looks more like a Mexican than his brother.
Yeah, I mean, Nick just kind of looks worse a lot worse every year. But, I mean, he's got just a saggy face. I mean, it's not really.
Does he look good at the weigh-ins? At the official weigh-ins?
He looked like he really, honestly, how he usually looks. Yeah. He's maybe not as cut but they're also at a bigger weight class. So even dudes who do fight at 185?
Yeah, his last fight.
185 and a half.
His last fight was at 185 with Anderson Silva, and then I think he fought before that.
Yeah,
but usually he fights 170.
When he fights at that weight, because when he fights at, what was he fighting at before, 170?
I think, 170.
Or 175, like that. But, whenever he was fighting at 170, he was a lot more cut. But, you add those 15 pounds and, it's just a little bit more muscle. He's not so cut. But he looks.
But the day of that shadow boxing, whatever they did for the media coverage, he did not look good. He was not finished with the weight cut. At the weigh-ins, he was finished with the weight. And you could see his abs and stuff like that. Like, now if you go slather oil on him and all that shit. But, like, Robbie Lawler just always. I feel like Robbie Lawler always looks like that. And he'll never not look like that.
He just got, 50 times jacket for, like, being clean and the pre-drug screen 50 times in a row consistently. So he's
it's crazy that
one of the cleanest fighters in the UFC.
Speaking of dirty fighters, did you hear that Jon Jones got arrested after? He got arrested right after he got his fight put in the Hall of Fame. And it's crazy that they don't bring the other guy out because without the other guy, it wouldn't be possible.
Was it the Gustafson fight?
Yeah,
the first one.
Yeah,
I just saw that one today. That was a motherfucking beast. I had to watch it.
So, do you know the context behind that fight?
Yeah, pretty much. But you can go ahead and
no. Do you know like his training and lack thereof and all that stuff or no?
Go ahead and say it on the podcast. So
this motherfucker basically said he didn't train at all for this fight until about a week out. And the weekend before he started training, I could be having details wrong. Yeah. But the weekend before, he went out and talk about getting lit, like talking about coke, smoking weed. I'm sure I don't know if he does heroin, stuff like that. I don't imagine. He's probably more of a coke head, pill head, base head, whatever. But that's what he was doing. And he did that before Daniel Cormier. He did that before. Phenomenal. Yeah, and that's the thing, though. Imagine if he would have trained. And you know what he says? That he said that before that fight. He goes, if I don't train, I can have an excuse to where if I didn't win, I'm not going to feel like I don't have it anymore. I'm not the baddest motherfucker. I just didn't give my full effort. And if I go out here and win, then I really know I'm that motherfucker. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? He literally said that.
That was a judge decision I agreed with. Gustafson put up a hell of a fight, but he got us and he busted up Jones' face, but Jones got towards the end. He was punishing him.
Chael put out a really interesting piece this morning about it. He said, maybe it was last night. I can't remember.
I remember right when the Jon Jones thing happened. They were like, "I can't wait for Chael's take on this." That's a bunch of comments. Said that.
I saw Chael's take. It's on. Well, I mean, you got to go subscribe to him if you haven't. But on YouTube,
I have one on YouTube. Yeah,
he posts pretty consistently. And but he was like, the title of the video was Hall of Fame, the Hall of Shame in 10 minutes. And then he was like, so Jon Jones got put into the Hall of Fame, one of his fights, for almost losing to Alexander Gustafsson. Like, oh, wow, I wish that, Hall of Fame fight. Almost as if to say, like, wow, a lot of my fights should be in the Hall of Fame, too. Shit, one that I lost. But yeah, whatever. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, he didn't pull any punches, and he was just like, basically like, Jon is like, he's a fuck up. Is what it is. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's just so ironic because like literally in the interview he was like, "Oh, I like to market and promote the fights in a get some legal controversy going," and then
and he's talking about coming back in the second quarter of 2022. Jon, nobody gives a fuck about so apparently I watched.
He wants to go heavyweight.
When I was working in those apartments over there earlier yesterday and today, like I was putting up some furniture for Marcus. I was listening to all those interviews. So there's Richard Schaefer is the guy who basically helped Oscar De La Hoya build Golden Boy to what it was and how prominent it was. Swedish immigrant, like super smart banker guy. Yeah. He became Jon Jones' advisor, and then he was supposed to, I guess, be the man in the middle between him and Dana White UFC, try to get a fight rolling, get it booked, because it was like friction. Nothing happens, but this motherfucker says Jon Jones is 255 pounds and wants to get to 275 so he can cut down to 265 because he doesn't want to feel small at heavyweight. What, nigga? You know how many fucking... Daniel Cormier was the heavyweight champion, okay? Daniel Cormier, he was 45, 50 pounds. Stipe was 230, between 230 and 245 his whole career. Like, you don't have to be... He just wants to have a size advantage over everybody. That's why that's part of it at 205, too. That's part of it at 205. Like, he had that height, that fucking advantage. Yeah. He had the height, reach, and weight advantage on top of being extremely calculated and skilled and malicious. Yeah. It's like he needs all of that, and I feel like he doesn't need all of that. He's going to have some hard fights, but because at heavyweight, he'll be way faster if he came in at 230, 240. But he wants to come at 275 because he's afraid to get hit by a Mack truck who's named Francis Ngannou, and he's afraid to get scissor kicked by this giant butterfly ballerina that is Ciryl Gane. He's afraid of these niggas.
What weight class is Ngannou? Is he heavyweight?
Heavyweight, yeah. He has to cut down to the limit. That's how heavy. So he wants to be just as big as Francis. That's like if I ever like saw a pussy, like that's it. Like you are way better at fighting than Francis Ngannou, right? He has the skills. Muhammad Ali was nowhere near the same weight as George Foreman. Nowhere. Yep. And he took his time, took a beating, found his opening, and put him on the ground. Jon Jones is a bitch.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he just really wants it a little bit easier. But, I mean, if you're going to be fighting at that weight class, you're going to have to encounter Ngannou at some point. And that left hook, that left uppercut's going to
every his punch, face. Man, look, he throws an uppercut, a hook, a straight, whatever it is. It's best you not be there. It's best you not be there. It's just best you just try to get out the way. And that's what Stipe messed up. Stipe got too comfortable because I guess he felt he didn't evolve enough. Also, I feel like he fought super quick after that Cormier fight. I don't know why they do that to Stipe. I understand it's a business and they need to make money, but you should do right by these fighters because now they have a bunch of lawsuits, probably something we don't even know about. One just got settled with Mark Hunt. There's another one coming. There's another one ongoing. Because of CTE shit, and they want, just like the NFL, they've got to, they have lawsuits and stuff. Now the UFC's dealing with it, and that's part of the fight game. They fuck people because they can, because they need to, so they fuck people on the financial aspect. So it's that's the consequence. Now they're gonna have a multi-million-dollar or billion-dollar lawsuit, because there's been a lot. There's 600 under contract now, or close to it. Think about how many have been in and out of UFC. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fights out or 10 fights out. Imagine how many people there are that are on that lawsuit. So it's crazy that they don't just do right from the beginning, knowing that there's a cap on this money. You can't make all the money in the world, but you can't make all of it.
Yeah, there's definitely a cap on it, and there's people out there that's looking for it. So don't fuck these fighters over. You listen to Dana? You better do right.
If I was Dana, I would just start writing these motherfuckers checks. As soon as
under the table?
Yeah, just be like, hey, look, I know you're in this lawsuit. How much are you trying to get? Because there's only so much you can get. How much are you trying to get? I like you. I want to take care of you. I understand what happened. Hear the story. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't call Tito Ortiz if he's a part of it, right? Because him and Dana White are not cool. But people like Chuck Liddell. I mean, he said he paid Chuck Liddell $400,000. I think it was like either $200,000 or $400,000 a year for I think like 5 or 6 years after he was done fighting to make up for him not having a check. Yeah. What he said, you need to stop fighting. You need to stop fighting. Fuck that shit.
Did you see that thing I sent you?
With what? I saw all of them, but I don't know. Did you see another one?
I don't know. There's a guy with, what was it? He's suing Dana White because...
Yeah, that's Mark Hunt. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Mark Hunt. That's the one that just got...
Oh, yeah, because I didn't remember his fucking name.
So he won. Because Brock Lesnar, they're saying that they knowingly let Brock Lesnar fight him when he had on PEDs.
Yeah,
and obviously, like that's
that's not fucking cool at all. That's the opposite of cool.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like they have this whole USADA. Now they have this whole pool that you have to be in with USADA to where like even if you are not fighting, you still have to be in the pool to be randomly tested every so often. Give your whereabouts, all that stuff. So like, and that's one of the first things like they use. Like if you get out of the USADA pool, then that means it's probably pretty serious. You're not coming back. And Khabib did that almost like immediately.
Damn.
So it's like you can tell who's serious about like retirement and who's trying, like Conor. Oh, I'm going to retire, and then literally less than a year later he fought Cerrone. But anyway, we can get into some of the other. Scroll down, please, for me, so I can remember what's going on. Okay. We got Curtis Blades and Jairzinho Rosenstrike. All right, here we go. So Jairzinho got his lights absolutely put out by Francis Ngannou last fight. Curtis Blades got sent to La La Land by the great Derek Lewis, the Black Beast at H-Town repping.
This dude looks like Derek Lewis.
Who, Jairzinho?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, they're both black. They're both black as hell. And you know what I'm saying?
They got like the same nose and mouth.
But I almost don't even care about this fight because it's basically Curtis Blades and Ngannou. I'm Curtis Blades, Derek Lewis too, basically. Jairzinho's not going to go out there and try to wrestle.
Without all the Parmesan.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is that fight's, I don't know, I feel like it's going to be a dud. I feel like Curtis is going to get knocked out because he doesn't know when to not shoot for that takedown, and he's not confident in his stand-up. So we're going to move on. So Jessica Andrade versus Cynthia Calvillo?
Calvillo?
Yeah,
looks
Calvillo.
like it.
Yeah.
Or Calvillo.
So Jessica Andrade is definitely on some type of drugs. I don't care what anybody says. Like, I've seen pictures of her naked involuntarily, and it's just... It is what it is. She has man pecs. She doesn't have boobs. They're man pecs. I'm just gonna say it. And she chose to look that way, and she can take a verbal lashing. I'm sure she could beat the fuck out of me. Good thing is I'm not gonna ever meet her probably, and if I do, I'll probably get on my one knee and ask her not to beat my ass. But that is the truth of it. I feel like weightlifting really isn't a part of fighting. People incorporate it, but you see people like Nick Diaz, Robbie Lawler, stuff like that. Like, yeah, they're cut, but that's from fucking push-ups and reps. Robbie might lift some fucking heavy weight, but he's not doing it 7 days a week. Like fighting and boxing, it's not about weightlifting. It's about momentum, because if you can get that power from your legs to your into your fist, that's it, bro. They're out. You could be skinny as shit. You could be, what I'm saying? It could be you versus fucking, I don't know, John Cena. If you can land a clean punch where you get all that inertia from the ground and transfer it through your fist.
John Cena's not ready to take no punch.
John Cena's chin is from Jesus Christ himself. He can take it from. I'm sure he can take a real punch.
That's one of those cosmetic chins. He's never had to really take a punch in his life.
He's been ugly his whole life. No, he's been ugly his whole life. That chin has been with him his whole life. He's had that chin since he was 3.
No, I'm not saying it's a plastic surgery chin. I'm saying like it's big, but it's probably not very strong because he's only wrestled. I mean, I don't think he's taken a lot of punches. I don't know, unless he's had a lot of personal fights.
You can't see him. He might be here. You should probably shut your fucking mouth.
I think.
Oh my God, no.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, that was too loud. I don't want to hear that shit. You hear me?
It's John Cena. Wait, where is he?
All right, well.
All right, yeah. Well, John Cena.
Is there any more? Oh, yeah, let's go to the prelims because there's a guy. So Dan Hooker.
Yeah, Dan Hooker's fighting in the prelims.
So, yeah, he's only fighting in the prelims because everybody else is a fucking pussy and they didn't want to fight. So he said he'll take somebody on the prelims. So, obviously, he's ranked number... What? He's ranked number 8, and this guy's... Wait. That's heavyweight. Never mind. I was about to say. So this is a lightweight
bout.
Oh, Dan Hooker wearing the all black. I like it. Let's go. I've very rarely seen two fighters wear the same color in a fight. It's almost like they make it a point to try to get... Like, I've seen it back in the day, but newer, I've never seen two fighters wear the same trunks.
I guess when Dan Hooker's are black and his are... And Nasrat's are gray and black.
It might be the lighting.
His are a little bit lighter. I mean, it looks like the...
It might be the lighting on the picture, but it could be... Yeah,
Nasrat's shorts are lighter.
Oh, you know what? I don't know. I feel like it's the lighting, but it could be gray, yeah. Because I feel like if you go and watch Izzy's last fight against Vittori, his championship trunks were not black and gold. They were gray and gold. Like, they were different.
Bro, that's Derek Lewis.
But yeah, so Dan Hooker just got into the States. Yeah, on Thursday at 7:30?
Yeah, like yesterday or the day before that, I think.
So that means he wasn't there for the press conference. They had a media scrum for him. Like,
he was there for the face-off, though.
Yeah,
he walked out with his New Zealand flag.
Yeah, he's going to be moving to the States now.
Yeah, him and Israel are going to do that because...
the whole team. I think Volkanowski's part of that team, too. I think I think so. I think it's him.
I think Volkanowski is Australian.
But they have... I think that they fight at City Kickboxing. I think. I don't know.
The whole city. The City Kickboxing, that's what it's called?
Yeah, I think it's in New Zealand or Australia or like somewhere. I don't know where it is. I've never been. I never looked it up. But I know that Dan Hooker and Izzy are at the same place. But I thought Volkanowski was there too.
But yeah, they're moving to the U.S. I mean, Volkanowski's. I mean, he didn't have any problems. He's been here the whole time, so I don't think he's with them. I don't know though.
That's probably going to be. Let me see. Marlon Moraes versus.
That's the first fight before the Hooker fight.
Merab
The Hooker fight. That sounds wrong.
Davalishvili. No, but yeah, Marlon Morales, he's pretty dope.
Name.
I think that should be a pretty good fight. I can't remember this guy, but hey, he's ranked number 11 in the UFC, so let's go. But yeah, it's going to be a good fight card. I'm really probably not going to be all that interested until at least the Dan Hooker fight. Probably not going to be all that interested. Go down. This girl needs to figure out what she wants to do with her life. This Roxanne Modafferi, I can't.
Modafferi.
She needs to figure out what she wants to do. What are you doing? Like, are you like a girl fighter or are you a man fighter? Right? Wearing all this fucking clothes and shit. Put on the fucking bra and go out there and fucking bang it out, ho. Let's go. Yeah, these fucking shirts are stupid. I'm sorry. If you're insecure about your fucking body and you're a fighter, go do something else. Nobody wants to see you out there sweating all over everybody.
That's a guy named Derek right there. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, yes, too. I don't give a fuck about it. That's what it is, bro.
Canceled.
Like, why don't they give men the option to wear shirts, huh? It's a little sexist. I'm just kind of joking.
I don't think any man who's a fighter is going to say yes to that shit.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. Like, if it's a singlet, like, oh, the option isn't a shirt, but it's a singlet. Oh, hey, cool. I bet you somebody would accommodate them. Like, if Ben Askren was like, I want to fight in a singlet. Oh, okay, cool. All right, well, I'll have to make you a singlet. Like, fuck it.
That's how it started, kind of. They didn't get to wearing shit like that. And
I think they should fight in singlets, honestly. I think that would be way doper.
What do you know about these guys?
Nothing. Not a goddamn thing. I don't know anything about any. I've heard Jonathan Pierce. Is that Pierce?
All right, we'll talk about him. Tell me everything.
I don't know anything about. I've heard about him. I don't know anything about him.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie.
You know a lot to me.
I'm a main card fan. You know, I have some other lower guys that I like and I have an affinity towards. But
we'll see them
if
when
they're not in the top
cards.
5 and they're not in the headlines and on all the videos and all that stuff. Like I'm probably a pretty superficial hardcore fan. You know, pretty superficial. Like I don't know about all the prelims and all that stuff.
You know, we'll know about them when they.
Like I knew about Edmund Shabazian when he was on the come up, but that's pretty much like as far as it goes. Like people like that. But then again, there's always a tier below like the stars. You know what I'm saying? Like like right now, like I don't expect you to know who they are, but like Tom Aspinall, Pat. I mean, you know who Patty Pimblett is. Yeah. Patty Pimblett. Sugar Sean O'Malley, like they're all on this second tier that they're going to be the next up. Like once they get in the top 5 and they have the actual, because that's what people care about. The sport doesn't care about it, but people care about the ranking. So as long as they have the ranking next to their name, they're going to be next level stars. Like it's going to be pretty dope. It's always going to be a good crop coming in because there's not that many good fighters and they all make it to the UFC or Bellator or something. So you always end up seeing them. But yeah, this card's going to be pretty good. But that's good. First half was a little UFC talking. So I don't know. Do you have any other?
I think the UFC has been covered.
I don't know, man. There's always something.
But I don't. We got everything in front of us, and now we just gotta wait till it starts.
Oh yeah, starts at 5. So I mean, I don't know. As far as talking, there was something that happened in the world that I wanted to talk about. I can't remember. Oh yeah, all these damn Californians moving to Texas. All right, so here's the thing, okay? Texas is fucking awesome. The only people that talk shit about Texas are people that are from little dinky ass, dumbass towns, probably in Tennessee or like Oklahoma or some shit, to where all you guys have is like to go to a bar and drink and get drunk and forget your sorrows. Those are people talk shit about Texas. Everyone else and their mama's moving here. We need to, I don't know, we can't be the ones, but we could try to set some ground rules for some of these people coming over here, because the driving and the driving and the outfits for me.
You want to talk about the driving, bro? Literally, I went to go get a COVID test today, and yes, I don't have COVID. I'm COVID negative, and so I was leaving, and then
how can you have something that's not real?
Eat my shorts. Eat my fucking shorts. All right. So I was driving, and so basically, I got up to an intersection. I was about 2 car lanes. I was about 2 cars behind for being up front, and there was a fire truck trying to go on the right.
Sweet.
And there was a car on the right side of the fire truck trying to take a left and beat the fire truck. And then there was somebody on my side of the street, 2 lanes over from me to my right, trying to beat the fire truck. So when that person passed the fire truck on the right side, the person on the left side came up to them and fucking T-boned them. And you just glass break, the bumper fucking broke off, fucking airbags, all the airbags deployed, heavy fucking T-bone. They were going like 50 miles an hour. And the person in the driver's seat straight up didn't even like open their door to like fucking 10, 15 seconds. It was intense. Like I thought they died. I was like, holy shit, please open that door. Please open that door. And they opened the door, so that was good. And
it's best not to pay attention. You shouldn't be hopeful because then if they didn't open the door, and then maybe you had to drive away and your hope, it would just your day's fucking shot.
No, because my day wasn't shot because I know their day is fucked up. So I was all right. In the grand scheme of things, I'd have known I was okay. I would have been able to move on from it because I know their day is fucked up. I'm getting home safe because I don't try to beat fire trucks.
Could you see them in the car or no?
I didn't see them in the car because their airbags popped out. Everyone's both of their. I didn't see shit except all I saw was the collision because I saw him. I was like, oh my god, no. And then someone came out. I was like, no. And then glass, airbags, all that shit. I didn't see no one's face because the airbags covered everything.
Yeah, we need to find an Italian guy or an Irish guy or a Scottish guy, somebody with some moxie, and we can have them go into the hospital beds of these people or to their homes if they don't have to go to the hospital and be like, hey, what the fuck were you doing, eh? And just fucking slap him like, don't be doing that shit.
You respect the fucking fire, man.
Hey, I don't know what you was thinking, right? I don't know. But you do it again, it won't be me. It'll be somebody with a gun. Or just, slap him in the face.
My Uncle Vinny's in the fire patrol, huh? Fuck off. And you know what?
The fire truck was probably unbothered. Even if they got hit, it's fine. Like,
they were fine because they were just waiting because they were fucking smart. They were waiting to make sure it was clear, and these fucking idiots saw that, and they took advantage of it both at the same time, not seeing each other because the fire truck was in the way.
Stupid motherfuckers.
And it's like, the fucked up thing is the fire truck had to stay there because, obviously you just saw something. You just saw that. You just saw someone get T-boned at 50 miles an hour.
If I had $1 for every dumb motherfucker I interacted with on a weekly basis, I probably wouldn't be rich, but I would probably be able to buy a few Whataburger meals.
We can probably have one podcast episode of you just talking about shit that happened whenever you worked for the EMT.
Yeah, probably. There's this one kid. It was near Baton Rouge. This motherfucker went to LSU. He was. It was like in between Baton Rouge and Lafayette. This motherfucker went to LSU, came to downtown Lafayette, got drunk as fuck, ended up somewhere in between, and so he was like running around. The cops had to tackle him down. Because apparently he played football, I think, for LSU or wanted to or something. I couldn't remember. He was a young kid. This motherfucker was juking. When we got there, he was juking the police and blah, blah, blah. But he didn't see one of them, and they, boom, just fucking took him to the ground hard. His fucking phone was destroyed, and that's the one thing he was fucking upset about. But this dude was so fucked up that he didn't even recognize what was happening. He goes, what's going on? Like, where am I? Like, where are my boys? What the fuck is happening? Why am I here? And it's like, obviously he was on some drugs or something. He goes like, did they just leave me in this ambulance? Like,
he's worried about that.
I was like, dude, do you know that? I was like, hey man, you got to calm down. You just had an incident with the police. Like, you were being drunk and disorderly. So like, they were about to arrest you, bro, but we took you to the hospital. And he goes, yeah, well, they're going to arrest me when I get there. Oh shit, my parents. Oh fuck, I can't call my parents. Can't blah, blah, blah. Where's my phone? Then I pulled the phone out of like, off the little thing it was on, like under the gurney or whatever. Gave it to him and he was like, what the fuck? Like, he was more concerned about his phone.
That's why, yeah.
Didn't have a problem putting an IV in him, nothing. Like, it was all good. Like, he was fine other than his phone. He was tripping the fuck out. Like, he was in La La Land.
That's ridiculous.
That's a lighter story. Pretty funny. But he got fucked up bad by the police.
Yeah,
they fucking tackled him.
We could definitely do a special on that. Do a special episode. But yeah, people are fucking stupid. And if you're out there driving like a dumbass, trying to cut off ambulances and fire trucks,
because the thing is, like, do you not value your life? Like, you're driving around in a fucking Kia Optima. Okay, it's not the most durable of vehicles. Say you make a bad decision and somebody just head on, hits you because you want to do something quick or take some cheeky little turn. You know, you're fucking up people's lives. Like, people have fucking families just like you fucking idiot. Just slow down. Let the retards pass. Don't be one of them. It's just crazy to me. And these people in California seem to be enjoying the fucking free roads, so they just goddamn book it whenever they can. It's like, there's more accidents happening nowadays. And I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, it's a combination of not only people moving here from California, but then also that shit happened in Louisiana.
Yeah.
So he's got all these terrible drivers, and it's like Houston's already pretty terrible.
The roads are already bad.
The roads are bad. Most of the drivers.
I found some nice roads though in Houston. I found some really nice roads, but it's just like where they should be fixed, where they're high use, they're not. The only places that get fixed are the places that aren't used very much.
That's why they aren't in good shape, because not a lot of people drive on there, and they build them with
and then they go
materials.
fix them. They take the time to close off those roadways and fix it. I'm like,
and
you motherfucker! Like, they have a temporary thing over there. Remember that you have to sweep around and shit.
Yeah,
that motherfucker was rough last week. They smoothed that shit out, and it's not going to even be there probably for next month.
Yeah, because they use shitty materials.
I know, but it's crazy though. But that they took the time to smooth it out. Like, I would have left it rough because it's not going to be there forever. Like, this is a detour. But they took the time to go and smooth that shit out, and it's like smoother than most of the roads in Houston now.
Yeah,
it's like, why would you take the time? Like, this is like cones. There's no hard structures. This is going to be gone within a few weeks. But they took the time to go and lay that shit down and fucking smooth it out. And I'm like, damn, because I was nervous the first time I went through it. But then I went through it again a few days later. Smooth as shit. I'm like, almost like tripped out.
In the front, is it smooth in the front, or are there still those big holes?
It's not as smooth.
I went into the way I'm not supposed to today.
Yeah, so from the front, it was smooth going in. Like, from going in, it was a little rough in the middle. Like, they didn't get the middle very well. But going in, it was super bad. I remember a few days ago. But now it's like, it's totally. And it's like, why take the time to do that? And fucking Westheimer got holes the size of, you know, Pam Anderson's fucking implants sitting on the side of the road. You can't just go fill them in real quick. Like, why in the hell? Why? Why put us through this? Why do we pay taxes? What the fuck are you doing?
Roads are definitely not their top priority.
It should be, because, you know, I'm sure the roads they have to travel on are dope.
Like those are the people that are driving to the places that are making the economy. Like, for Houston, like all the people who are spending money in Houston, all the places. Those are.
We should try to go to a city hall meeting. That'd be funny, just to see what's going on.
What? Okay, so we get a meeting. What?
We get in the meeting, whatever we try. I mean, if there's a process, we can educate ourselves, see if we can get on the docket for like an issue, and we can just rant about potholes. And then we're gonna bring a camera in there, and if they tell us to leave, then we'll be First Amendment auditors at that point, because we're allowed to record in any government buildings. We pay for all those goddamn seats they sit on. So then we might get a lawsuit if they fucking arrest us, and it would be a whole thing. But ultimately, it would probably benefit us a lot, and we'd be famous.
Hey, you know, guess what? It'd be good, because a lot of people, they tweet, they repost, they read all this. We actually be doing something.
Yeah, I've thought about it. I've thought about stopping. Like, when I saw I was working one time, I wasn't working. But I saw some. I was like, I'm gonna go record just to see what happens. But I'm like, I'm black. I'm out here by myself.
Be different.
I'm out here by myself. Yeah. It will be different, but you know,
I think that'd be good.
I'm not deluded enough to think that you can't get shot in a government building. I'm not deluded. I think you still can, but it just probably isn't very likely.
It won't happen in the courtroom.
It's not very likely, but
it won't happen in the courtroom.
It's not very likely.
It'll happen somewhere else.
That's the mindset I have, because
there's
so many things.
It'll happen.
Hey, look, there's so many things we thought were
outside the courtroom.
There's so many things that we thought would never happen, and they said, "Oh no, this person lied" or whatever. And then now that we have video cameras, we see the shit is real. Like, the shit that the cops be doing, like, to anybody, they just try to get over on you. Like, maybe there may be a day where they feel bold enough to where we just got to kill this guy now. We can't get him out there. Just fucking kill him. Like, we'll have a fall guy. Like, just kill him. Like, you know, like we can't have this nigger fucking.
I mean, that's like they have. That's like a
Malcolm X was shot in a building.
Yeah, but listen, that was in the 60s.
Doesn't matter. If somebody wants you to die and you're in their property, you're going to fucking die.
Yeah, I know, but we're in 2021. There's a lot of cameras, a lot of places, even security that, you know, that.
You know what you're getting set up for? You're getting set up for getting caught lacking. No, you're getting set up for getting caught lacking, and no, I'm not getting caught lacking. I'm not getting caught lacking. You hear me? I'm not lacking in traffic.
No, I hear you.
Okay? The only time I don't have my gun is when I'm peeing, and that's 50-50.
50-50.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they might get you in they might get you in the bathroom in the courthouse. They're not gonna get you in the building. They're not gonna get you in the fucking court building where they're doing this shit.
Because the people that are not the smartest, but I guess that are the most conniving, like, figure out a way to fuck us financially on a daily basis, from the price of things to
and do it right in front of our faces.
Yeah, and it's like, imagine if there were people that were like that, but their job is to
use murder
to get you killed.
Yeah,
like, it wouldn't even matter because they got apparently.
Are we talking about Hitman?
No, look.
The silent
Hey, look,
assassin?
hey, you know what? On Hitman, though, one thing I kind of like was looking for, low-key, that ice gun they say they have, to where you shoot a pellet of ice and it contains a certain poison, and, like, it's ice, so basically once
it
penetrates you, it melts, and the only indication is a microscopic red dot, and, like, it would take an expert mortician to find it or whatever.
And they have to know what they were looking for.
Yeah. And it's like...
Yeah, because they do play with a lot of ideas.
Because there's no... I guess there isn't a puncture hole, technically, because it is ice. It's probably just getting in the... You know what I'm saying?
So the only thing I question is because to generate the energy to project any sort of thing, it creates heat.
I would imagine that there's chemicals involved in the launching process and also in the ice water that keep its temperature until it reaches 97.6 or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Or 96, whatever. So maybe it can survive moving through the air because it'll keep its temperature.
Yeah, maybe it has a coating on
chemically.
It has a thick coating.
I mean, yeah, the water.
It
might not even be water. I don't know. Like it might be another substance that only melts on human skin because it's like certain degrees or whatever.
Speaking of that, I mean, yeah, they have this stuff. It's it looks just like water, and they use it to water cool computers, and it just is liquid.
Mineral oil.
Well, these other companies, they made this other liquid. They made.
Well, they wasted their time because you can use mineral oil.
Well, this stuff's better because it
can't
keeps
be better.
Even cooler. It keeps it even cooler, and you can use it for longer. And you just dip it in. It looks like it's boiling, but it's just like releasing all the heat in air bubbles. Yeah. So all the heat just going up to the top in bubbles.
I think if you just throw some ice in the bottom of your milk.
Oh yeah, if I did that to my computer,
no, that'd be bad.
This podcast would end.
No, that'd be bad. Yeah, no ice. Well, I guess if you could put ice packs in there, like maybe wipe out like something that don't have condensation.
Yeah. That's the condensation. That's the thing you got to worry about because condensation is water, whether you like it or not.
But I mean, honestly, like I'm trying to figure out like how fucking hot. Like turn a goddamn fan on. Are you fucking have your goddamn computer outside? What the fuck are you doing?
I mean, computers get hot, dude. Sometimes
I know they get hot.
This computer, like if I'm playing a game, like it can make the whole room warmer.
It won't get. I don't know, but it won't get hot enough to where it's gonna burn.
No, it's not gonna burn nothing. But it just
so
it
if
just
you
gets
got
really warm.
Oh, we should get a fish tank filled with mineral water, and we should just put your tank in. You just put it in there and see what just pull it out. It'd be fine.
I would like to do I would like to experiment maybe on
Okay, so someone who knows about computers and all this stuff, you don't know about. Like people build, it's like underwater themed computers with mineral water. They just fill tanks and they put like the little stuff, just like a fish tank, but they put the computer in.
Straight mineral oil.
Yes,
it's the only chemicals or anything.
It's the only liquid in the world. Now, maybe it's not mineral oil. I might be saying it wrong. Let me see, because I know there is a substance, but it might. Let me see. What liquid does not damage electronics?
Let's see what it says. Mineral oil submerged PC build. Is mineral oil good for PC? Submerging your computer in mineral oil sounds crazy, but it's super useful. Yeah. Here's how to do it. But submerging your computer actually break any of your computer parts or short any electrical. It doesn't conduct electricity like water. Oh, it doesn't conduct electricity.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Look up mineral oil computer.
I'll look up mineral oil PC.
Click images.
Oh, images, okay.
Yeah. See if you can find. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
You see, they do like I'm sure like
wow, they literally have a fish tank. What the fuck?
And they just threw it in there. They don't have a case. They just put it in there.
Yeah.
They don't even have like they took all that shit off and just put it in there.
Like, yeah, because I mean that's the only thing that'll hold liquid. You got to get something like that.
Yeah.
Wow, dude.
So if you really wanted to do it and find do some more research, figure out if there's like another cooling element that you could have, you could do it if you just drop your fucking computer screen in there. Just fucking be cool. I mean, I don't know what the practicality of it would be, but.
Yeah, I could turn on my RGB lights and stuff and do that. That'd be cool if I get it. But I just have to figure out how to assemble it in there and then wire it out.
Yeah,
and make it make sense.
Yeah, it's definitely something on the side. It doesn't have to be done overnight, but if you ever got an inkling to do it, it'd probably be pretty cool.
It's definitely interesting. That's crazy.
I saw that online the other day. I was just fucking around on YouTube, and some dude was like, "Oh, did you know that I could put my computer in water?" And then he just dipped his whole laptop in a fish tank, and there's like. But it's not water or some shit like that.
Jesus.
You learn something new every day.
For sure. That shit's crazy.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I don't know what... I guess the mineral oil, right, this wasn't made for that, but it has those properties. I'm sure whatever they made, that oil, that the liquid you're talking about, it probably helps keep it cool.
Oh, yeah, they made that specific... Because mineral oil obviously wasn't made for that, but they found that use for it. But this other thing I was talking about was made specifically for that.
Controversy time. All right, so you know what else is wet?
What?
Lil Nas X's lips. Super
more
wet.
Lil Nas X talk. It seems like you like him.
No, I mean, you just got to talk about what the people want to hear. And also, you got to try to, I don't know, don't try to piss people off.
I think the only thing that I can say that I will give Lil Nas X credit for, it was pretty funny that he had the whole baby thing. Like, his album was his baby, and he was, like, waiting for it to be delivered.
It was funny until I saw the images. I mean,
I
was highly annoyed because I'm like, yo, I don't.
The images were disturbing, to say the least.
Like,
but it was funny at the end.
It's like marketing is becoming a shit show. Like, how much of an ass or how stupid can you make yourself look while pretending like you don't feel stupid? Like,
yeah.
I'm like,
That's
it's getting to be,
for sure.
It's getting to be too much. Like, I feel like, God forbid, but if I ever became, like, say I was a part of something that ended up making me recognizable, I could never in fucking life do anything with any of these people that are on TV. I just couldn't. I couldn't eat with them. None of that shit. I would just be getting in fights, or I'd be offending people and they want to kill me or something. Yeah. That'd be it. Like, I'd have to just stick to myself. Because, like, these people are just weird. They just do weird stuff for attention. It's just really, really pathetic. I can't do it.
Yeah, I mean, the weirder you are, the more attention you're gonna get. So I mean,
it's like Doja Cat. Doja Cat is so fucking pretty, but like, she's not with all that shit on her face, all the weird stuff. It's a gimmick to get attention.
I mean, Doja Cat, I think that she just has big tits, and people just like how weird she is.
Have you ever seen her with no makeup, no nothing? She's pretty.
I see a lot of.
She's a pretty girl.
She has a long.
To me, I think
face.
she's pretty. She has like
she
that
looks
classic.
like Alicia Keys if she had a long ass face.
I think she's good looking.
She
looks a lot worse with all this.
She's always wearing bikini stuff. So.
I've never even seen her titties,
bro. Like, she's always in that.
But that lets you know how much I'm on the internet.
No, I'm saying I mean, yeah, you see what you see from her. Everyone obviously likes her own thing about
like, as far as like classic famous. Natural black girl. Like, okay, you're pretty. Like, I feel like Doja Cat is a good example, right? But then she puts all this shit on her face, right? All this stupid shit, all this dumbass hair, the stupid like I don't care. Like, maybe some people care.
People love her, and that's what gay people like.
Maybe
to look
some
at.
people, yeah, maybe some people love that shit, and like that's why she's doing it. But it's like,
I have multiple, not friends, but like these fucking weeb black guys that like fucking love like anime and all that. They would ruin their credit to be with her. They would sell everything they own to be with her for a week. Like they're like always posting about her, talking about how hot she is.
She would run game on them so hard. Like I don't understand these dudes that stand out for women. Like, it's cool to admire someone. I have celebrity crushes, but like I'm not ruining my credit for shit.
Appearances are not. Her music is not good.
Yeah.
Some dudes like literally sit there and tell me, like, okay, you think she's hot? Okay, whatever, fine. But you're not gonna sit here and tell me that you think her music is good.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah,
her music is not made for men. That shit is made for women.
Drake's music's not made for men. Most of it. He throws some tracks in there, but most of it's not made for men.
Who do you think the best lesbian rapper is, Young Ma or Drake?
Drake. Drake could get more pussy than Young Ma any day of the week.
I saw that.
Drake could take look. Drake could take lesbians and make them rethink it. Look, yeah. I don't think that. I think it's Young M.A. though. Young M.A. cannot take a man and make him dope unless he just likes.
There was
people
one rapper, I forgot who he said he was. He was like, "Oh, I like them girls that look like Dej Loaf and stuff like that."
Dej Loaf is hot. Like, she has a good body. No, she's a girl.
No, I'm saying like, but he was talking about he likes gangster chicks. Like, I like the girls look like Dej Loaf and Young M.A. and there's someone else like. But you know how Dej Loaf dresses? She dresses like she's a nigga from Detroit.
Yeah, but when she wears girl clothes, she got some ditto ditties and some big old ditty man. Yeah, but. I mean, no, she looks good. Like, she doesn't look like Young M.A. Young M.A. looks like she played basketball and didn't do squats.
Young M.A. looks like she was selling crack in the 80s.
I think I'm selling crack now. I seen her recently on something. Man, she look. I seen her on something recently. Like, I like the way she raps. You know what I'm saying? But like, when she talks, I just can't listen for too.
She had a pretty good verse.
I can't listen to her talk for too long, and it's not her fault, I guess, unless she is making her voice. But I don't think she is. Like, I can't.
I really just think that's how she is. Like,
I can't listen to her talk.
She maybe had to make herself more that way because she really wanted to be like, nah, I ain't like these other women. Yeah, I'm a fucking nigga.
Also, when you only smoke backwoods, I think that does that to your voice.
Yeah, I think when you only smoke backwoods, it ruins a lot of things in your life. Backwoods are great, but you got to mix it up. The game, Optimo Dutch, other than that. If you just smoke backwoods, that's the niggas who just, you look at them and you can tell they're not there. You just look at them and you know they're not. You know they're not sitting there with you, even though they're right there.
Yeah, they're in another place, man. Especially if you're not smoking a backwood, they ain't even paying attention. Like, they're just like, oh, I guess I'll smoke weed.
You know what? Let me address this as weird. I hate how people want to fucking brag how much weed they smoke. Like, you're proud you spend more money than me. Like, is that it? Like, you're happy, you're proud. Like, and it's not like, okay, if you're a rapper,
I get a deal. Everybody gets a deal. Oh no, I get a deal. I got the plug. I get a deal. Shut the fuck up, nigga.
If you're smoking 6 ounces a week, nigga, ain't no deal gonna matter.
Unless you fucking that person every time they have a fucking thought to get the rocks off. There's no way you're getting free weed.
I get a deal. My girl be sucking them off every time he drops it off, man. Half price. Like, damn, you girl sucking them off and you're still paying? But yeah, dude, that shit is. I mean, yeah, if you smoke fucking 2 pounds of weed a day, cool. Unless you're a rapper or a millionaire, that shit is not cool. It's fucking stupid.
When we worked,
you make the same money as me and you smoke 10 times more than me, you're fucking stupid.
Yeah, when we worked at that place, the retirement home, I don't know if you remember this dead-eyed, dopey white dude with glasses, kind of had a buzz cut. I don't remember his name.
Taylor?
I don't remember his name at all.
Oh, that was a dishwasher guy.
Yeah, but I remember he was kind of like dope. I don't think he was there the whole time we were there. But like he was kind of
his name.
No, I don't remember his name at all. I think his name. I don't remember his name. But maybe Ryan for some reason popping up. I don't know. But like he had glasses. He looked like he was straight from the 1950s, like one of these dopey looking, like almost half retarded white dudes with ball. But he had like some glasses on. He just looked like when you look at movies and you see those people with the glasses, from the 50s and shit. It's like he looked like one of those guys. But he one time, like, I guess he figured out that I smoked weed or whatever because I probably had just stopped playing basketball and shit. So he was like, "Yo, how fast can you get through an ounce?" And I was like, "I've never bought an ounce. Like, I'm 18. Like, I've never bought an ounce. Like, what the fuck?" I was like, I'll buy like 2 or 3 grams. If I feel like my parents aren't going to be around, like, I'm not stupid, bro. I can't hold that much weed on me. Yeah. So it's like, he was like, "Oh, dude, I got through an ounce in 3 days." So I was like,
God damn, you're proud of that?
Like, I didn't comprehend that at the moment, but even at the moment, when I didn't know how much an ounce was, I was
seemed like a lot.
I was like, that just seems like I'm saying, if there's 28 grams in an ounce, and I buy 2 or 3, maybe 4 or 5 at a time, that's a lot. Like, I that takes me, like, at that point, I wasn't smoking every day. I was smoking probably maybe once, twice a month, maybe. So it's like, that lasted a long time for me. Like, I had that going I bought it before we moved to Louisiana, and I had it all the way until probably March the next year. It was just 5 Gs I bought.
Yeah, goddamn.
So, like, I was just using the bong and just smoking and getting high. That's it. Like, I wouldn't smoke too much. Like,
so make a stretch.
Without even knowing it, like, my natural inclination was to save weed. Even if I had bought an ounce, my natural inclination would have been to save weed. Like, I don't know what this smoking more comes from. That's so stupid.
I know, it's like, oh, you're proud of making your tolerance super high. Like, unless you're rich, it's just stupid. Because, like, and then people will complain about their bills and other stuff like that. And it's like, dude, like, you're...
Let's talk about people who don't smoke weed at all. I don't trust people who don't smoke. I don't trust people who don't smoke weed or would never try it. Those are the people that if you tried it and
very good specification
and you figured out that you don't have a good reaction, that's cool, bro. I'm not gonna trip. I'm gonna even go outside. If you were my friend, you're in my house, and I smoke weed in my house every day. But you tell me whenever you get high or a buzz, it gives you a headache. It makes you like nauseous, throw up. I'll go outside my own house. I'll make sure like there's airspace so you don't get secondhand nothing. Like it's cool. But if you never tried it and you never or you just don't smoke it because you're better than that. Like, suck my dick. Do you drink beer? Do you drink tequila? Do you drink wine? Do you drink cooler seltzers? Okay, well, you're taking a drug that's probably going to kill you way faster than a fucking blunt will. The chemicals on the blunt are worse for you than the fucking weed.
Give you something worse than a blunt. Or prescribe you something worse.
I would go through so much pain before I took pain medicine until I absolutely had to because I would not want to. Like, if I got a car crash and broke my back, bro, it would take everything.
You're talking about the serious shit.
Yeah, serious, like opioids, stuff like I would just never, like, I'm not going to get hooked to pills and have my liver. Having your liver rot and your eyes turn yellow and then slowly die while your skin turns the same, it just seems very sad. And I don't want to be a part of that. I'll drink, but there's going to be weeks.
I'll be real with you. It seems like a bitch-ass way to go out. Not going to lie to you.
It's like because you can choose to do something else. You can choose to smoke weed. Hell, you can choose to fucking do some mushrooms, some acid, whatever. Like, you might die a different way, but at least your own body don't betray you.
Yeah. Bro, I mean, that's just the worst, dog. I mean, I used to work at Specs, and at both locations, I remember if I ever opened up, 10 o'clock rolls around, store's about to open.
Same people?
Yeah, I got people lined up.
The same, did you ever recognize them?
Yeah. Not every single day, but it'd be like the same times. It'd be like Sunday. It'd be like Monday morning. Yeah, that's fucking dope. The mineral oil computer. But yeah, it'd be like the same people lined up. Like, say, like Monday morning. We're closed on Sunday.
So did they oxygenate it so the heat would leave? Like, they put bubbles so the heat can go and travel up? Or is that just... it looks like
that. Because they have that tube down there under the rocks, and it looks like it's maybe blowing air or something. They have a big tube lined up all around it so that all the heat it captures, I guess, goes to the top.
Now, the biggest flex would be get a bunch of goldfish and just dump them on top. So then, like, they would just be floating in there. That's a huge flex. Just change them out every day. Just have some goldfish. Like,
God damn.
It's a flex, bro.
That would get all up in your system and just fuck
No, it's a flex. Just get them out every day. Just make sure they don't break down. It's cool.
It'd be fish oils and fish stuff.
You know what I would want to do?
Fish stuffs.
I think it would be really cool. If
What?
you could put a computer right inside that mineral oil, right? How it is like that, but then take that tank, maybe like if it extended up, you know, to where they can all be separated like an Oreo, right? And you put it in the middle of the tank with more water, and then you have fish on the outside of that, to where it's like you have it in the middle, and then you have real water on the outside. That'd be sick.
Yeah. Oh shit! Now they're about to actually show it being used.
Yeah, we've been watching this video. This guy's build this mineral tank while we've been talking. The mineral oil computer tank while we've been talking.
Yeah, tank case.
But it looks like they bought a rig to put that in, and then a tank for the mineral.
Yeah, it looks like it's a case that's all clear, and it looks like all of your plug-in, your ports are facing upward. So where you plug in your HDMI for your graphics card and your power and all that, you plug it in through the top instead of in the back of your tower. So the tower is like all the shit's up top. So it's pretty cool. And it looks like they have some sort of...
The guys that are making it look like total tools, and he's wearing one of these V-necks that are too small. But
they look like they're both German or Dutch or something.
Yeah, they're foreign as fuck. Because those earrings, Americans don't wear that shit. Like that's...
Yeah,
did he have silver loops on both sides?
He looks like his name is Doofenshmirtz. I'm just going to be real with you right now. He probably sounds like these. Let me see.
Oh, they're American.
Oh, shit, they're American.
They're just dorks.
They look foreign as fuck.
Well, no, look, they're not dorks. They're just lame. Being a dork is not bad. I don't want to sound like that. But here's the thing: they're lame as fuck. That's the thing.
Yeah,
being lame is not bad either. You got to understand you're lame.
Being a dork and being a nerd is not bad. Being a lame is worse. But if you know you're a lame, then you can probably stay in your lane and no one will know you're lame because you'll be chilling. People are like, "Oh, he's pretty cool." Like, no, he's a lame. He got nothing to say. But no one will know that.
Yeah, being lame is like being a dog that doesn't bark and you see danger coming forward. Like, that's a lame. Like, a dog that's just like, oh, I don't even feel like barking. Just let him fucking die. Like, that's a lame. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
that's how lames are. That's how we view lames. You're like someone who doesn't do their job for the sake of just having an easier day. Like, you're lame.
What's the temperature on that bitch?
11:49.
Oh, that'd be really, really hot. 29 degrees Celsius.
No, but it's
around 70 something degrees. It's really not bad. But they're not doing anything on it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
They're not. You got to play a game, then show me that shit.
See, is that straight mineral oil? Or is that the shit that they?
That's just white mineral oil.
Yeah, just straight mineral.
Technical grade. So they bought the good shit.
Yeah, there has to be some type of way to cool that dough. Also, to like maybe something you can put on the tank that would actually like cool the mineral oil. There has to be a system, or we can make one. Shit.
We can't. We're not scientists.
I don't think it takes science to buy some shit from fucking wherever and hook some shit up.
I just to make a thing like.
No, I'm saying once you put the mineral oil on there, like something like whether it's like some fans or if it's like I don't know, like some other liquid that you can run on the outside of the tank or whatever, like that would just keep it a cooler temperature. Like I don't know what the rig would be, but I don't think it'd be that hard if we knew if we had like did some research. We could probably figure it out.
Yeah. Let's see, Allied Controls Innovation Cooling Technology. This might be what I was looking at before.
Yeah, but nobody cares because they can't see that. So anyway.
No, eat these nuts.
Present them.
Bottle of biscuits.
Present them.
Here they are.
If they make bottles of biscuits...
I'm rubbing them on his face. He's doing nothing about it.
I would have had bottled biscuits if they had made them already.
Well, I think we should...
I think you should just take all your little believies and whatever you think you should do and shove it right back up your cornhole because I'm done with this shit.
You know there's a mantis shrimp that can punch about 50 miles an hour, equivalent to a .22 caliber. Just want to end with that.
I'm not worried about that because zebras are way worse.
If I ever see a zebra, it's getting shot in the fucking head because that's all it deserves. Or a hyena, or a deer, or a wasp.
Yeah, that's how I feel about the Rakins. I can't. They come around fucking with the trash and shit, and they always find a way to be just close enough to you to bother you, but you can't do nothing about them. Like if you run towards them or you like move towards them, they're bitches. They just go. That's why I don't fuck with Rakins.
Where do they go?
If I knew, I'd go. It seems like you go behind a trash can, you saw a family of them, you don't see them. You don't see them anymore. Like you don't want to approach a family of Rakins under a trash can, but at the same time. You don't want to steal your shit.
You care to explain what a rakin is?
Coming up all close to your property, putting trash everywhere.
You care to explain to me what the fuck a rakin is?
Well, thanks for tuning in to episode 6 of the Age of Weirdos. We're gonna go ahead and go now, and thank you for listening in. And take care. Have a great one, and don't forget, if you smoke weed, do it every fucking day.
I'm off the bourbon, stayed at the crib cause I don't wanna die cause I'm swerving. Don't meet me in person, I'm way worse when I talk, it really ain't worth it. Stick to the raps cause I'm a babbling idiot when I'm at this. I can hold clips, it's not my first choice, I'd rather hold spliffs. I'd rather talk about the shit than have to get dirty and bloody my fit. This is just the type of nigga I is, even if I struggle through every step. If you got a